Alright friends, welcome back to another episode here at The Growing Pro. My name is Adam. I go by Coach Hardgains. I've been coaching bodybuilding and current and recovering drug addiction for over 27 years. But I've also been immersed in the entertainment industry for over 20 years. Now a lot of what I do is run and gun filming. So that means that typically I'm running around with my Sigma FP, which we're filming with right now, on a tiny little setup, a little rig, and trying to keep that rig as light and mobile as possible. But in the event that I do need some longer run time, I need some SSD recording, I've made up this sled here that I use. I just pop this sled on the back. We've got a full video on this and explains it all. But this is a sled that I can either add on an NPF battery or a V-mount battery. And that's as compact as I could get it. V-mount, SSD, wireless audio or video, depending on who needs it, where they are. This slides right on the back rails, right behind the Sigma FP screen. So for me, finding the smallest and lightest V-mount battery was very important. I wanted the V-mount battery that had the smallest dimensions that I could possibly find. And after hunting around for quite a bit, I found this, which is the Momin 99 watt-hour battery. And this thing is pretty tiny. That's it in my hand. So obviously, on my sled, that sits pretty much flush to the bottom, but it still offers all your traditional IOs. You've got a D-tap on each side, you've got your connector pins on the bottom, and on the top, you do have USB-C-A and USB-C, USB-C-C, USB-C, whatever. I do believe there's a second, knockoff name that they call it, but regardless, on Amazon, we'll put a link in the description. This is the Momin 99 watt-hour battery. And again, like I said, it's the smallest one that I could find. Now, I like things I don't necessarily want the gold dragons on the back of my Shimbal TP Mini or whatever this is, but I like things to stand out. I like things to be a little different, which is exactly why I'm shooting in the powder blue color profile on the Sigma FP right now. I do like things that stand out. So when I found another V-mount battery that was comparably as small, and it looked cooler, and it offered an additional feature, too, I had to get it in. And that is this. By K&F Concept, this is model V99SE. It's the 99 watt-hour battery. So, again, a 99 watt-hour battery, and look at the size. It's almost exactly the same. Size-wise, it's comparable in just about every way. It is a hair bigger, but it's also actually a hair lighter. Now the K&F Concept does offer this cool little fin or rib design on the back. You can get it in burgundy or black. By the way, this is not a sponsored video, not an affiliated video. I just happened to find this battery and realized it was as small as the Momin, so I could grab this, at least have another one on hand. It sits on the sled perfectly. Just see how it comes down just a hair, a little bit deeper than the other one. But the profile is pretty much the same thing. So the footprint is the same. Now there are a couple things that this K&F Concept give us that the Momin does not. So you get your USB-A, your USB-C, but you also get a DC 12 volt. And that is nice to have. Again, still getting your double D taps on both sides, bottom plate mount. And two things. Number one, I gotta say, can you see that? I'm not a huge fan of that. That is the charging light. So, for instance, apparently it goes by 25%. When it's fully charged, it's all the way lit. But this is supposed to be fully charged, but it looks like it's not fully lit, but it says it's fully charged. And then as it decreases in power, the light continues to go down. I do prefer this method better. But the second thing this offers is just kind of a novelty item, but it's kind of cool. If you press and hold the power button for 1, 2, 3, 4, you get a tiny little nightlight back there. Now, it's not very bright. You probably can't see a whole lot, but if it's dark, I guess in the dark I could see my V-mount plate a little easier. So I don't know, it gives you a little nightlight. That's cool. It's kind of a novelty item like I said, but I do like the way it looks. I like this ribbed finned look. I don't like this power indicator. I prefer that power indicator. But K&F Concept has been around for a long time. They make great products. They make reputable and dependable products. And so K&F Concept is a name that I was happy to pick up. We used it on one shoot when we needed the sled. And at least from my perspective, I thought it looked pretty cool. Didn't change anything. Still a 99 watt-hour battery, which is fantastic. Still a compact size. And in reality, only adds about 1.25 inches to the height of, notice I said height. It's H-E-I-G-H-T. It's not height. Length, width, height. Pointing that out for those who don't know. But it does not add much to the height of the entire camera rig. Not to mention the fact that with the Sigma FP, I typically do run an on-top monitor. So this doesn't add a whole lot. But again, if you guys want, go check out the full video we have on this rig. We'll put a link in the description. So I just wanted to tell you guys quickly today about a cool new V-mount battery that I thought is pretty awesome considering there's not an awful lot of tiny 99 watt-hour batteries out there that are this short. Definitely in thickness you can find many that are about that thick, but in width and in height, these are the shortest I could possibly find. Again, I do believe the Momin is still a hair shorter, but the Momin seems to be a little bit deeper than the K&F Concept. But either way, I think you can't go wrong. The Momin has never let us down. This has been a great battery. We've used it over and over and over. It has always held its charge well and for as long as it always has, meaning the charge has not decreased the more we've used it. The K&F Concept is a new product that we just got in. We've only used it one time. We will keep you posted on how well it works. But I wanted to let you guys know about this cool new V-mount battery, K&F Concept. If you want to put something together, shoot your man an email. You can get us at coachhardgains@gmail.com because K&F Concept, I do love your products. So that's it for today, guys. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. I'm Adam. This is The Growing Pro, where we hope that our 20-plus years of experience in the entertainment industry can help you circumvent the whole process, definitely not lose as much money and time as we did, and get to a point where you're making money with your craft faster. All right, friends. I'll see you in the next video.